Okay. I don't want to have babies. Hi guys, what's up? It's me, Audra. Welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new, I'm not sure how you got here, but certainly I'm glad you came. And if you are new here, well, you're in for a treat. All right, if you enjoy chaotic, frenetic energy, you like beauty, you like horror, a little bit of commentary thrown in between, I suggest you go ahead and subscribe for the low price of $0. I will tell you a random fact about myself. Today's fact: I once went to a Lamb of God concert, which that was like the concert I wanted to go to. Slipknot was there too, but I was there for Lamb of God. And when I tell you that the person who I went with was pretty, I'm gonna say intimidated by my metal enthusiasm, I'm definitely not lying. I knew all the songs and all the words, and it was pretty intense. Okay, anyways. All right, before we get started, a quick PSA. So I just wanted to say this: support your small creators. Listen, support does not always mean financially. I think people hear support and they think, I gotta give money. That's not it at all. By liking a video, by commenting on videos, you guys really help to support your small creators and help them keep chucking along and trucking along on this holy, weird YouTube journey. And I appreciate all of you for showing up for my party. Okay, PSA over, and now it is time. I feel like it's UFC and I just like kind of miss that, but also I don't miss the fixes. What are we here with today? Today, again, I'm gonna do another Get Ready With Me. In case you guys didn't know, I'm probably gonna be doing a lot more of these because I wanna talk about like horror stuff and movies more, and I find it's a little bit easier sometimes when I'm doing my makeup. Not when I'm doing a retelling or reenactment, but just randomly talking. Also, I'm good at randomly talking. All right, my face, I don't know why I did that. My face is already primed, and baby good gracious, goddess alive, give me 1 second. I've already gotten it dirty, but literally this just came in the mail today, and I am going to try Lethal Cosmetics. I did a build your own palette. This is the palette that I built. And I'm pretty excited about trying it. I'm gonna see if it's like brown girl friendly, brown girl approved. For those of you that don't know, especially before we get into the whole fun part of the video, all the video is fun, what are we talking about? But before we get into the actual getting ready with it, for those of you that don't know, one of the reasons why swatches are so important on dark skin is because how it swatches on dark skin versus a lighter skin tone are completely, often completely different things. Even a shimmer and shift are different on a darker tone. So I just thought it would be fun to build my own palette trying Lethal Cosmetics. I didn't want to get one that they'd already pre-made because I really just wanted to see how the colors I wanted would perform. So we're gonna do that today, and while we're putting on the makeups, we are going to talk about everything that I have learned from horror films. So, you know, about life, you know, my life lessons in horror. Okay, let's do the things. Let's do the things. All right. I'm such a nerd. Are you close enough or should you be closer? I don't know. I am looking older than usual today, so like, listen, I didn't get the blood of my enemies. I'm trying. Moving on. Also, I'm getting really dexterous with all these nails and I'm just super excited about it. Okay. All right, so the first lesson I have learned, I'm gonna get in here. Yes, bitch. I'm just gonna start like putting shit on my face. You guys down for that? Okay, let's do that. Okay, so the first, let's come closer. Okay, so the first lesson I have learned is space.
Don't go there.
Nothing good happens in space. Every horror movie I have seen in space, it is the same thing. Either you go there and you find a life form and you're all freaking super excited about said life form, and then it fucking turns on you every time. Just like, or you go there to like rescue a ship that hasn't been answering, you know? And then it's just destroyed, like Event Horizon. See, that's the thing. These, This is why I keep telling people, like, stop playing. Ooh, I used too big of a brush. Don't hit me. All right, anyways, powdery. All right, moving on. So the thing that I have learned there is you just really don't want to get super involved in going into space. You know, I feel like space is a frontier that is best left alone. We need to leave space alone. This is what movies have told me. Horror movies have told me that we need to leave space alone. Or, you know what? You get sucked in with a parasite, alien. And I'm not down for that either. Like, I really am uninterested in parasites. I don't really want them, you know, in my body. That's also why I won't have babies. I said that out loud. We're gonna leave the unpleasant subject of me ever having children behind, and we're gonna move on to traveling. Things I've learned about traveling from horror movies. The number one thing is keep your ass on the beaten path, please. Now, I know you guys can't really see this up close, so I'm gonna move in some, but like, I am using this like peachy color here. And it's not, I'm using this peachy color here, and it's not really coming through, so I'm gonna try this. Anyhow, stay on the beaten path. Ooh, there she is. Stay on the beaten path. I don't know what about the beaten path people just do not understand, but it seems to be like the point of the beaten path. Like, I feel very confident that people just don't understand, like, that the reason that is the beaten path is because that path is safe. That is the path where you don't have your organs harvested. That is the path where you are not up for bid for a bunch of rich millionaires to torture you for like a price. Like, no, stay on the beaten path. That is a very important and valuable lesson. And we have even seen in real life how that just like, really everybody needs to follow that rule. Like, it's not hard. It isn't hard at all. If they would just do it. I'm just asking, like, listen guys, I know that at some point travel is gonna be a thing again. Stay on the beaten path, please. Like, just stay there. Stop, don't be a hero. Don't be a hero. Don't be all like, I'm gonna go and hang out with this other random ass person. That's the other thing. Don't meet random people. When you meet random strangers on trips, like, stop being friendly, okay? Stop being friendly to these random strangers, because they are almost certainly leading you to your death every time. They've never got anything good. They've never got anything good going for them. You are going down. Like, there isn't like a good way that this is going to end. There really isn't. There is not a good way that this is going to end. You're going to be sad. I'm going to be sad. It's going to be a horrible ordeal. Like, just stop it. Just, you know what I mean? Like, just stay on the freaking beaten path. And when you meet strangers, don't be like, I've never met a stranger. You should meet, like, yeah, you have. Yes, you have. You met strangers, let them be strangers. Do you know how many times I've met people? And speaking of strangers, hitchhiking, okay? 1, don't do it. And 2, don't pick them up, okay? Texas Chainsaw told us, like, we all saw that, and people still picked up hitchhikers. Like, foolishness. The foolishness in that is unmatched and unparalleled, and it really actually bothers me. I'm just like, what is wrong with these people? Like, what's wrong with these people that they're like out in these, who picks up a hitchhiker? I hope it's not you. Somebody in the comments told me that, and I need to go back and find that, because I remember hearing that and I was just like, I don't know what's wrong with you. I was very upset by that whole story. Like, I don't mean to offend you. I'm just saying, all I could think about was like The Hitcher and The Hitchhiker and all the various other hitchhike movies that have taught us that doing such a thing is so dangerous and bad, and also just like generally wrong. It's just generally wrong. Hitchhikers are bad for your health. I'm just gonna tell you that right now. Okay, to give this just like a little bit of depth and dimension, which again, I'm not a makeup artist or anything like that, so we're not gonna bitch about that, but like I did put a little bit of that into the crease, just a little bit. Me liking. Up close, it just gives it like a little like, that was unnecessary, and I'm so not sorry. Another thing I have learned from watching horror films is don't go camping. Camping is bad for you. Camping is bad for you. It's bad for you in every sense of the word. Every sense of the word. If there is not some ghostly psycho trying to murder you, usually like one of your camp friends has had something traumatic happen to them at camp, and so like they on some other shit. And I don't know a nicer way to put that, but they're on some other shit. Something has happened to them personally in their life, and now they're like way fucked up. All right, quick clean this brush, and we're gonna go in with this like funky little purple color. Let's do what it is that we do. Okay, all right, great. Yeah, so camping is not good for your soul. It's not. You will end up in a murder trench. Like, you're going to get murdered, especially if you're out there, like, especially if you're gonna go camp to like party and like drink and laugh and like have a good time. And if you have anybody there named Billy or like Kyle, like you're done for. So like, I mean, and I'm not saying that, like, I'm not trying to be against Billy's and Kyle's. I'm just saying that if anybody named Billy or Kyle is with you camping, then just, you know,
expect death.
Okay, I'm so sorry. I don't know what to tell you. And if anybody there has fake boobs, which I'm a huge fan of, if anybody there has fake boobs though, you're also like, it's over, you know? Like, I'm sorry, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but these are facts. These are immutable facts, so don't argue with me. Don't be like, no, Audra, that's not true. It's totally true. This is why I don't go camping, you know? There's always like a psycho or some weird story or like something horrible is gonna happen. Like, don't even ask me to go camping. Like, that's one of those, why do people even do that to you? They're like, do you wanna come camping with me? No, I don't wanna come camping with you. Oh, first of all, Black people have not fared well in the woods. And second, I have seen enough movies that have told me that it's really important that I not go camping. Like, ever, 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 ever. Like, I should just, you know, stay in a town and like stay in a hotel room. Another thing, hotels. This is another thing I have learned from horror films, okay? If it looks weird, if it's a hotel that has that sign, that no vacancy sign, or that vacancy, no vacancy sign, like the big one, and it just says like motel.
Please don't stay there.
Please don't stay there. People are trying to murder you. The mirror that you're looking at in the bathroom, it's a two-way mirror. Yes, someone is looking at you. Get the hell out. Get the hell out. Why are you staying there? I don't even know. Are you still there? Like, if you're still there right now as we were talking, I need you to leave before you get murdered. Like, this is a real thing. That shade is literally like the one that I'm sticking in the crease. Like, look that eye, and I'm like, ugh, it's gorgeous. All right. Let me start doing some things. We shall return. So sorry for the interruption. Listen, there's interesting things happening in my home. Not that interesting, but like I like to pretend there are. Anyway, let's move on. Another fun thing I have learned from watching horror films, guess what? Don't babysit, okay? Babysitting is another one of those things that is bad for your health. It seems like a terrifically good idea at the time. Earn a little cash, you know, taking care of somebody else's kid, no worries, no stress, no muss, no fuss. But you know what? Someone's calling you,
and they're in the house.
Or even worse, there's something wrong with that kid. They're a demon. Maybe not literally. Well, sometimes literally. In fact, I am convinced that babysitting is the #1 killer of young women today. Obviously not, but we're living in a fantasy world. I do a thing, I think I've talked about this in another video, and I guess I could just elaborate on it if anybody cares, but I like to just like make like a, make a foundation, I guess. Oh, another super duper important life lesson from watching horror movies. If anybody comes near you with a VHS tape,
Get the fuck out of there.
I'm so serious. Nothing good happens if a VHS tape, it's 2020, okay? Nothing good happens if a VHS tape shows up, okay? I'm telling you, like somebody right now has a VHS tape and they're gonna be like, hey, let me show you what's on, don't see what's on that tape. Like whatever it is, it's not worth your life. I'm just trying to like help you with your life goals. Whatever's on that tape, it's not good. It's either, you know, like the Ring style type stuff or like the VHS anthologies. Listen, nothing good comes from a VHS tape. In fact, nothing good really comes from any like old timey technology, okay? If somebody brings out like a record player, like a phonograph, like just leave. Don't be there. Please leave. Because anyone who is rude, first of all, why do they have that technology? Why? There's some like weird old curse. Like if they have old technology, like there's a curse. There's some weird old curse. If you're currently dating somebody and they have a phonograph, it's time for you to leave. Y'all need to break up. Just tell them. Just look at them and say,
I think that we need to see other people.
Okay? Just like, I'm trying to protect you here. Don't feel like, oh no, Audra's like trying to ruin my life. I'm trying to protect you. And I feel like if you're not gonna protect yourself by like seeing this old timey shit and being like, no, it's totally fine that they have a cassette player. It's not fine that they have a cassette player. Listen, I'm 40, I don't have a cassette player, and I do not have a VHS player. You know why? Because nothing good happens when those things arrive. I'm just telling you. La, 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 la. La, 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 la. Start spreading the news. I'm leaving today. Another super fun thing I have also learned from watching horror films, which I feel like many people should already know this, but if you don't, I'm here to protect you and teach you. John Denver. If you hear a John Denver song, it's time to go. I mean, really, you've got a couple options if you hear a John Denver song, if you really want to be like, the first option is just stay where you are and enjoy death, I guess. Because let's be real, nothing good is gonna come of it. John Denver songs are harbingers of death. And you can either, and I mean this in the most sincere way possible, but you can really either, if you hear John Denver, you can just stay there and just like allow death to come through, or you can, you know, look around for signs and try to avoid said death, only to meet an untimely or more timely, superly, awfully horrible death. It's gonna be a sequence too. It's gonna be like a whole sequence of death. It's not even, you're not even gonna have like, oh, just, it's gonna be like a tack, and you know, and you step on this tack and then you think that you're gonna fall and you don't fall, and then you end up standing up and then a bucket of water falls onto your head, but not the bucket, just the water, and then you get like struck by lightning, but the lightning isn't what kills you, it's the rod that comes flying through the air and stabs you in your heart. This is the kind of thing. John Denver is some dangerous shit, yo. I don't know. John Denver is like gateway horror, and it is a harbinger of death, and I'm so sorry. Like, it's very frightening for all of us, you know? But I know, I'm here to protect you guys, and that's what I'm trying to do. Whether you believe it or not, I'm trying to protect you, and I mean, I think you should believe that.
Rocky Mountain High, high, la, 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 la.
Also, don't run. Stay and finish the video. I know that you just heard John Denver, but like, please, you have to actually hear John Denver sing it, I think, is the key. Yes, space aliens, I am your queen. All right, moving on. I love being fucking lit to fucking heaven. You know, you can't tell me shit when I have this much highlighter on. Like, you can eat a bag of dicks. Another super fun thing I have learned since watching horror films is if you are the only black person anywhere, it's time to leave immediately. In fact, now is the time that you start asking people, like, you need to ask, like, who else is gonna be there? Start asking that question. Because if you're the only black person, it's not gonna go well for you. It's just not. And luckily for me, I have very small boobs, so I will not be the big titty dip bitch dying in that movie. So, haha, y'all with cannons, sucks to be you. Okay, so sorry. That was mean. That was a little off color. I should have been nicer about that. Spreading the news. Ooh, I like that. I just did a new thing. I don't know how I did the thing. We can hopefully repeat it on the other side. If y'all are hearing a really random high-pitched noise in the background, I'm terrifically sorry. Mistakes were made when I tried to get some random off-brand charger. Listen, I needed it immediately because my other one was breaking. I made some mistakes in life, and one of them was that fucking charger. Okay, just right quick, I want to tell you that I am really enjoying this. I'm really liking Lethal. You guys, I'm very surprised. Okay, as a dark girl, I'm just going to tell you, oop, this is part of the problem. Let me get my extra lighting here. I'm so sorry. All right, so you probably didn't notice, but I did. All right, so far I really like this. I'll go back to lessons in a minute. So far I have used this shade, 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 this shade. I feel like did I do that and then there was only 2 that I didn't use? Then I'm correct. I only haven't used 2. And I am really digging this. All right. So I'm a brown girl. I'm very happy so far with its show. It showed up to the party quite lovely. And I like how it's looking. And I'm really doing up my caw bird of paradise shit. So like, yeah. Okay, hold on. And then I just did like a very, let's come in, focus my friend, a baby ghost wing. You see that? It's a ghost wing. It's barely there. It just adds a little depth to the, listen, I'm not an artist. I'm just a bird of paradise, an exotic bird. Okay, we're gonna go do the other side. We'll be back. Just a little FYI, the ghost wing is actually very helpful to you if you are new to wings or you have trouble with wings. It helps with control. If you start with like little baby ghost wings, it actually helps you with your control, so when you do start doing a longer flick, you got it. Okay, moving on. All right, so as I finish out my mascara, the final thing, not final, but for today's video, final thing I have learned from watching horror films is if, as we're getting into spooky season, and hopefully we'll actually be able to have it, if people will just wear the mask, that would be great. Thanks, I love spooky season. Moving forward, if you go to a haunted house and shit looks a little bit too real, it is, get out, they're trying to kill you. All right, now it's significantly brighter because I had to use a lot of extra light just to try to get any shot of me wearing a mask because you're 1,000% hotter with a mask on. At least I am, cause anyway, I didn't put any lip color on because I'm going to the gas station. So I hope that you enjoyed learning some of my lessons, and I hope some of them you take to heart with you because I want you all to survive any and all apocalypti that may come your way. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Huge shout out to my patrons. Yeah. All right, you guys are made of wonderful good things. I love all of you, unicorns, rainbows, and until next time, guys, deuces! Oh my god, I did all of this to go to the gas station. They are gonna look at me even more weird. Like they're always looking at me like I'm a fucking weirdo. And they're gonna look at me even weirder. Ain't number one. Gas station chic is in. I'm so sexy. New York.